Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do a pre-spring market snapshot of Princeton, West Windsor, Robbinsville, Lawrenceville, Montgomery, and more. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Wilton Report. I am Josh Wilton, and this is your go-to source for real estate in the Princeton and Greater Princeton market area. If you haven't already, hit subscribe to the broadcast so you can stay tuned with what's happening. Today, we're going to do a really great granular breakdown of a bunch of towns in Mercer County, one in Somerset County, and we're going to give you some really clear insight as to buyer's market, seller's market, what you have to do to be successful if you're buying, and what you have to do to be successful if you're selling. So, we're going to start with West Windsor, and I did a podcast on West Windsor. A lot of views, hot market, hot town. So, as of this morning, the 15th, there's 47 active homes for sale in West Windsor. Right? That is not a lot. There are 28 under contract, what we call active in contract and pending, meaning early under contract and late under contract. So there's almost as many under contract as there is active. So this is a seller's market, pretty extreme seller's market. 14 closings in the last 30 days. That's not a lot, but we are coming off the holiday season, which makes sense. The absorption rate is about 2 months, and that's I'm rounding that up. It's probably closer to 1.5. So that's a very healthy seller's market overall. So what does that mean if you're a buyer? It's going to be competitive. You're probably going to be in a bidding war. You have to know the math. You have to know the market. Sellers, right? It's still important to price it right. And sellers, as we go into 2026, I think the expression is, do you want to be married to selling your house or married to pricing it right? They may not exactly line up, and we'll talk about it as the year goes on. So let's break West Windsor down granular. So as of this morning in West Windsor, there's 7 active homes under $1 million. There's 8 under contract and pending. So there's 1 more under contract than there is active. Of the 7, a bunch of them, 3 of them just came on this week. 4 have been on the market over 30 days, and 3 of those 4 have been reduced. So this is one of the things I want to talk about. A lot of buyers say, oh, I can never buy a house. It's so competitive. And it is. This is a West Windsor seller's market. Hot, low inventory, high demand, transportation, good schools, the gamut, right? New downtown, new construction in the downtown. But 4 homes under $1 million have been in the market over 30 days. If you're a buyer, do the math and make an offer. Don't wait for those 4 homes to reduce and everybody else make an offer. You have to be brave as a buyer and make the offer. And as a seller, if you're sitting on the market's catching up to you, but again, reduce it and you'll get multiple offers and you'll sell. Single family in West Windsor, 1 to 1.5 million, which is a little bit of a unique price bracket. There's only 1 for sale, 4 under contract and pending. So there's 75% more contingent than there is for sale. Beyond seller's market, scintillating seller's market, right? And I'm going to assume the one that just came on that's actually for sale will sell in a minute. 1.5 plus in West Windsor, and there is a very viable market in that price segment, 0 for sale, 1 under contract. So again, that $1 million to $2 million market in West Windsor, scintillatingly busy, crazy busy. So single family market in West Windsor, crazy seller's market. Let's jump to the townhouse market. They've built a lot of new construction townhouses in West Windsor. So as of this morning, there's 26 townhouses. Now, townhouses have an HOA, right? They have an association. You pay an association fee, but they're vertical. They're the multi-stories, right, if you will, from a style perspective. There's 26 active, 7 contingent. 24 of the 26 have been on the market over 30 days. And if you remember, I did a podcast, I'll try to link to it in the episode if I can find it. About a month ago, there was 31 for sale. None of them had been reduced. And I said, mark my words, you'll start to see price reductions in this segment. Well, guess what? 12 of the 26 homes that are for sale, the townhouses in West Windsor, have taken a price reduction. So if you're a buyer, go make some offers, plural. Make 3 offers on 3 houses. It's not contingent until you come out of attorney review. And if you're a buyer and you don't know the nuances of attorney review and you're working with an agent, fire your agent, give us a call. We'll help you negotiate a better deal. That's that simple. So the townhouse market, it's not easy to be a buyer, but it's better than the single family home market. There's a little more inventory. There's a little more nuance in that market. The condo market, which is a one floor unit, like at Canal Point, 3 are on the market. They all came on the market this week for the most part. One's been on over 30 days, 0 reductions, extremely hot market. It's the most affordable residential segment in West Windsor. So there's just a lot of buyers and investors who want that product. It just is what it is. So it has been and will continue to be competitive throughout West Windsor for 2026. Right now in West Windsor, we're undersupplied. At least based on today's data, I don't see that changing all that much. Robbinsville. So holy cow, is Robbinsville scintillating. There's only 17 homes for sale as of January 15, 2026 in Robbinsville. If you're a buyer, that's bad. There's 15 under contract and pending. So again, just as many under contract as there are active. 9 closed in the last 30 days. The absorption rate is about 1.5 months. Extreme seller's market. So let's break it down. Single family under $1 million in Robbinsville, 8 active, 3 under contract. Interestingly, 6 of the 8 have been on the market over 30 days, and only 1 has a price reduction. So if you're a buyer, laser focus on that market, find out what's going on, make an offer. Maybe the seller's getting ready to lower the price. If you're a buyer, you want to get in there before they lower the price, before the other buyers get wise to it. You don't want to have to compete on every single house. So again, a little bit of inventory under $1 million, single family, not a lot. Single family 1 to 1.5, 3, 1 contingent, 2 on the market over 30 days, 1 reduced. Just not a lot of supply. So if you're a seller in that segment, you're looking around and you're going, why would I reduce, right? There's nothing for sale in that price point. And you're right. Single family above 1.5 million, there's only 1, and it's been on the market over 30 days. So again, as a buyer, you want to be looking at this. As a seller, you do want to track your time in the market. If you're on the market over 30 days, you are due for a price adjustment. Oof, the townhouse market in Robbinsville, scintillating, 2 active, 9 under contract and pending. That you talk about an upside down market, right? So meaning there's way more contingent than there is for sale. Interestingly, those 2 have been on the market over 30 days. So if you're a buyer and you're looking at a townhouse, go check them out. Call me up. We'll go with you. We'll do the analysis. We'll do the price. We'll help you construct an offer that will be accepted or that you can negotiate. The condo market in Robbinsville, I thought it was going to be slowing down, but there's really nothing for sale. 2 active, 2 pending, 1 under on the market. Of the 2 over 30 days, 1 reduced. So just a small sample size. So Robbinsville, overall seller's market, I think we'll see more inventory there this year, but so far, holy cow, it is light inventory throughout the county. Lawrenceville, huge municipality, great town, home to the Gingered Peach, greatest bakery in New Jersey. And we have Lily Pies here in Princeton, also has the best bakery in Princeton. Only 30 actives. Get this, 30 actives in Lawrenceville. 33 homes are contingent. There's more contingent homes in Lawrenceville than there are homes for sale. So the absorption rate's 1, and if you've watched us for any significant period of time, you know that's an extreme seller's market. So again, single family under 600, because Lawrenceville's a different market. You do have affordable price points in Lawrenceville for single family. There's 6 under 600 for sale, 9 contingent, seller's market. 4 of the 6 have been on the market over 30 days. Buyers, go check these houses out. See what's going on. Who cares if it needs a wall to come down? Who cares if it needs a new dishwasher? Negotiate, make offers, right? So if a house has been on the market, buyers, get in there, sniff around, get in before they reduce it. 2 of the 6 have had a price reduction in the 30 days, under 600 single family in Lawrenceville. Single family 600 to 900 in Lawrenceville, 9 active, 7 contingent, 4 on the market over 30 days. So 4 of the 9, 50% of the market has been on the market over 30 days. Only 1 price reduction. So if I'm a buyer, or if I'm guiding the buyer, we're lasering in on those houses and seeing if it's viable. Would you live here? Would you make an offer? At what price would you live here? if I'm advising the seller, I'm like, look, you've been on the market 30 days. All the buyers that were eligible have already come through and said no. Are you married to the price? Or are you married to selling your house? Because there's a little bit of a disconnect here. Single family above 1.5, there's nothing on the market. There is one pending right now. Townhouses, again, man, like Lawrenceville is such a great market because it's so affordable, comparatively affordable. It's not like that affordable in the scheme of things, but 6 for sale townhouses, 9 contingent in 9 contingent. 6 of the 6, 100% of the 6 have been on the market over 30 days. 4 have been reduced. So what does that mean? It means there's a pocket as a buyer. There's a pocket in Lawrenceville. Go through those townhouses. If I'm an investor, I'm going through those townhouses. I'm doing the analysis. I'm figuring out the pricing. I'm going to find out the math. I'm going to know the math. I'm going to know the market, and I'll make an offer. So what if I don't get it? It doesn't cost me any money to make an offer as a buyer. Condos, there's 6 for sale, 5 contingent, only 2 on the market over 30 days, fresh crop inventory. 2 have had a price reduction. So we'll see how the market plays out. But right now, overall, Lawrenceville, seller's market, especially under the $1 million segment, single family. The townhouse market scintillating, the condo market scintillating. But again, sellers, it doesn't mean you can put a house on the market and sell it if it's not in good shape. I think 2026, staging and prep is going to matter more than it has in the past 5 to 6 years. Princeton, man, kind of depressing. 29 active for sale. That's it in Princeton. A week ago, we were at 33. We should be going up. We actually went down going into it. 3 went off the market. All 3 had bidding wars this week that I know of. There's 18 that are contingent. Absorption rate, let's just call it a high 2. But again, that absorption rate's not a true 2 because under $1 million in Princeton, single family, there's only 1 house for sale. It's $699. It doesn't have siding on it. You have to put siding on it. But it's a nice footprint. It just needs a lot of work to finish it. So again, if you're a buyer in the under $1 million single family home market, you're not getting what you want. Just please understand, you're going to have to compromise. It is what it is. There's just not enough inventory, right, to be that picky. There's 1 active under $1 million. There's 3 contingent. So again, more contingent than active. The one that's active, like I said, doesn't even have siding on it. It has a roof, but doesn't even have siding. And it did take a price reduction. The $1 million to $2 million market, single family in Princeton, also scintillatingly hot. There's 5 active. There's 6 contingent. Interestingly, all 5 single family homes on the market in Princeton, between 1 and 2 million today, have been on the market over 30 days. 3 of them have taken a price reduction. Check them out. Go look at them. I don't care if the old wallpaper smells, of old wallpaper. Take it down. So, when you see a situation like that in a little pocket of time, does it mean the market's contracting? No. As a matter of fact, despite the fact they've been on the market over 30 days, the market's still in the seller's favor. What you want to do as a buyer is get in there before they reduce. That's the strategy. And sellers, if you're above the market and you've been on the market 30 days, like I said, all the buyers that are available have seen your house online and they've seen it in person. They've decided to pass, lower the price. You have 30 days, really 14 days if you're a seller. Single family, 2 to 3 million. This is interesting. 8 for sale, 1 contingent. That's an 8-month absorption rate. All 8 have been on the market over 30 days. 3 have reduced. Maybe one of those sellers is ready to do a deal. Maybe they're tired of being on the market. And again, 3 of them are new construction on 206. They're not even built yet. So it's a little bit of a warped view. But that being said, check these houses out. Make some offers. Above 3 million, by definition, it's a buyer's market. 9 active, 0 contingent. All 9 have been on the market over 30 days. 4 of the 9 have taken a price reduction. A lot of times, you'll make an offer, right? And you won't put any math behind it. And the seller's agent will say, my seller doesn't have to sell. Your response as a buyer's agent is, well, my buyer doesn't have to buy it. Like, come on, man. So single family home market, overall, very sellers orientated, above 3 million. You have a little bit of luxury choice, but again, if it's priced right, it's the right house. Believe me, it's going to have multiple offers. These particular 9 have been on the market quite a while, so you can just tell they're above the market. The townhouse market in Princeton, it's a little bit of a warped view. There's 4 for sale, 7 contingent, 3 on the market over 30 days. But some of these are the houses, the townhouses in Palmer Square, 3 of the 4, above $2 million. They've been for sale for years. They've never had a price reduction because it's Palmer Square selling them. They don't need the money, I guess. Condos, there's 2 for sale, 2 contingent. Of the 2 that are for sale, they've both been on the market over 30 days. One's in the Markham building right across the street from where I am. That's a great building, man. Beautiful building. Check it out. Do the math. Make an offer. One of the 2 has been reduced. Montgomery, oh my gosh, you talk about a scintillatingly hot market. Woo! Montgomery is really hot. Only 14 active, 16 contingent, which means there's more under contract than there is active. I'm going to call the absorption rate under 1 month. Extreme seller's market. Extreme seller's market. But again, it doesn't mean you can overprice. It doesn't mean you can't prep. You will make more and sell faster if you do. And if you don't do that, you have to price it a smidge under the market as an offset. So that is like our rapid fire quick tour around Mercer and Lower Somerset County. If there's a town that you want to see, put it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. If you know somebody buying or selling or thinking of investing, share this podcast with them. Thank you for your support. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week here back on the Wilton Report. This is Josh Wilton.